press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome back to the English class. So today I am going to teach you a very interesting poem, that is Dear Grandma and Grandpa. Dear Grandma and Grandpa. So this is a Dear Grandma and Grandpa. Grandma and Grandpa is a short word of grandfather and grandmother. Understanding? Grandfather and grandmother. So here, this is a very interesting poem. Before we go through the poem, small activity is given to you. Look at the activity, dear children. You have to open page number 121. Open the page number 121. So, poem Dear Grandma and Grandpa. I already told you this is a short word of grandmother and grandfather. Before you read, speaking practice. Look at the following picture and speak as many sentences as you can to describe what they are doing. So here we have to make a sentences. So what they are doing, we have to observe the picture now. Understanding? So look at the picture, dear children. You have to open the page number 121. Look at the picture. So you have to observe this picture. Now you have to tell me, or you have to write the sentences what they are doing. Understanding? Let's see what they are doing now. So, a very famous sports, a grandfather and a grandson, they are playing the cricket, right? So here, grandson holding a bat and grandfather throwing a ball here, right? So they are playing a cricket, right? So behind them means behind the grandfather and grandson, behind the old lady, it means grandmother, granddaughter, they are playing a ball, right? So observe the picture, they are playing a ball. So grandmother holding a ball and she used to throw the ball to her granddaughter. Understanding? So 4 members are there, they are playing a sports. Understanding? So if you know some other sentences to observing this picture means you have to make those sentences with meaningfully. Understanding? So let's see, go next. Recall activity, write as many words as you can. Recall the activities, write as many words as you can. For example, one sentence is given here, one word. She is the most. So it means she is the most kind, most faithful, most intelligent, honest, most honest. Like that you have to describe. You have to describe the words here. Understanding? So 4 columns is given here, 4 lines is given here. In the page 121, you have to describe the words like this. She or he is the most faithful, most kind, most intelligent. So like that you have to write the sentences, words. Understanding? So now dear children, let's we go through the poem, page number 121. Look at the page number 121. Dear Grandma and Grandpa. So, I think you all like your grandparents, right? Why do you like your grandparents, dear children? Tell me first. So, at least you have to imagine, at least you have to recall why you love your grandparents, why you like your grandparents too much. So just you think about this, dear children. So let's we see what the poem is. Grandma and grandpa. It means grandmother and grandfather. So look at the lines. When we are with you, we always have fun. You make us feel we are your special ones. We can tell by the kindness in your smiles. We recall how things look through the eyes of a child. If we really need a hug or two, we know that we can depend on you. Giving hugs is what grandparents do best, and you do it better than all the rest. Here is a secret, and it is true. Grandma and grandpa, our hearts belongs to you. So, author unknown, because we don't know the author's name here. We don't know the poet's name. That's why author unknown is given here. So, look at dear grandma and grandpa. When we are with you, we always have fun. Look at when we are with you, we always have fun. Fun means enjoyment, happiness. So understanding? See, when we are with you, we are means here a grandchildren is expressing their thoughts. Understanding? Grandchildren expressing their thoughts. So when we are with you, you means grandma and grandpa, grandparents. Understanding? When we are with you, we always have fun. We always have fun when we are with you. Why? Why will more? Because why the poet, it means grandchildren is telling that we always have fun. We always enjoy because grandparents, they spend their more time with their grandchildren. Understanding? They tell stories. So events, their past events, what they face in their life. Understanding? So enjoy happy events or incidents. So they used to share with their grandchildren. Understanding? That's why they always have fun. You make us feel we are your special ones. So here, you means grandparents. You make us means grandchildren. Understanding? Feel we are your special ones. We are means grandchildren are special to the grandparents. Understanding? So why grandchildren like the grandparents too much? Because the grandparents, they make their day a very special. So they spend their more time with their grandchildren. Understanding? They tell stories, small poems, other incidents, whatever it will be, they used to share with their grandchildren, and they spend more time with their grandchildren. That's why they are special to us, special to grandchildren. Understanding? So we can tell by the kindness in your smiles, to seeing your faces, to seeing your smiles, we are very happy. We are very happy to see your faces, your smile. Your smile is enough to us. Who is telling here? Grandchildren is telling to, explaining here their feeling, they open their heart. So how the grandparents are, right? So we recall how we can tell by the kindness in your smiles that you are very nice to us. So seeing your smile, we come to know that you are very nice to us, very kind to us. And you recall how things look through the eyes of a child. So you recall means remember. What's the meaning of recall? Recall means remember. So you recall how things look through the eye of a child. So it means grandparent also do the activity of a child. So how you know? They recall their childhood days. They recall their childhood days looking through the eyes of a child. So sometimes grandchildren used to behave like a child in front of a grandchildren. They also behave like a child. Understanding? So why they are behave like a child? To attract the grandchildren. Understanding? So to attract the grandchildren and to do happy to the grandchildren. Understanding? Make them very happy. So that's why they do all these things. See? They behave like children in front of us. So, how things look through the eyes of a child? It means they behave like a child. So, they behave like a child in front of us because they attract the grandchildren. That's why they do all these things. Understanding, dear children? So, next, if we really need a hug or two, it is very nice to hug your grandparents. See, if we really need a hug or two, if we will really need a hug or two, it is, see, the grandchildren is telling that it is very nice to hug you. It is very nice to hug you because when we will hug you, we will forget every our problems, our sadness, our this one problems. That's why if we will hug you, everything we will forget. So here we know that we can depend on you. So yes, depend means their grandchildren are used to depend their grandparents. Understanding? So why they depend their grandparents, you know? Because always have fun. They want fun. They want listening the stories more and more. They want enjoyment, right? So because nowadays our parents, they are very busy. Their schedule are very busy, right? So they'll do household work, mother they'll do household work, and also they'll do office work sometimes. That's why they are very busy parents, so very busy. That's why they want to spend their time to their grandparents. They like their grandparents. Here we know that we can depend on you. Yes, we are depend on you. We are not independent one. We are depend on you. We like you. We love you most. Who are telling your grandchildren? Understanding, dear children? See, giving hugs is what grandparents do best. So, if the grandparents hug us, it is very best. It is very best, like rest. See, and you do it better than all the rest. Means your hugs are the best. It means all the rest means your hug is one of the best one. So means you hugs are the best. It is best to us. So your superlative degree is given here. Understanding? Best is given here. That is, they are open their thoughts. Who? Grandchildren. So how the grandparents are. See, giving hugs is what grandparents do best. So, if the grandparents give a hug to us, it is better than all the rest. So, everything we are forgot. We are forgot every problems. So, we are Now we want to take a rest with the grandparents hug. Understanding? So still 2 lines is there, dear children. I hope you understood all these lines. See, next lines, next 2 lines is there. Last 2 lines are very beautifully explained here. See, here is a secret and it is true. Grandma and grandpa, our hearts belong to you. So totally to reading all these lines, last lines are very important, very meaningful also. See, here is a secret. It is very secret that, and it is true. It is also secret and it is also a true. What is that? Grandma and grandpa, our hearts belongs to you. Our heart belongs to you. So totally comparing all these lines are very meaningful. So why the grandchildren is explaining all these things, because grandparents, they spend their more time with their grandchildren. They tell stories, they make a fun, say they act, they behave like a child in front of our grandchildren. Understanding? So they make the grandchildren to be happy always. They want their grandchildren to be happy always. That's why they'll do all these activities. Understanding? So how they love us, how much they love us, it's very important to us. And also how we are going to give a respect to the grandparents, it is also very important in our life, dear children. Understanding? So we completed the poem now. So ultimately we come to know that grandma and grandpa, our hearts belongs to you. So let's see next. C1. Answer the following questions in 1 sentences each. 1 or 2 sentences each. Who is the speaker in the poem? Who is the speaker in the poem? It means grandchildren. I already told you, grandchildren are the speaker in this poem. Right? Who does you refer in the poem? You refer means grandparents. Right? Okay. How do grandparents make their grandchildren feel? They are special. They always enjoy with the full of fun. Grandchildren with their smiles. Right? Okay. How is the company of grandchildren helpful to grandparents? They recall their childhood. Understanding? They recall their childhood days by looking through the eyes of a grandchildren. So, like this, they helpful to grandparents. According to the poet, according to the poet, what is the best thing grandparents can do for their grandchildren? What is the best? They recall their childhood days looking through the eyes of a children. Next, what is the secret that the grandchildren share with their grandparents? They share that their hearts belongs to you. So last line. So what is the secret that the grandchildren share with their grandparents? Our hearts belongs to you. It means their heart belongs to them. Right? Once again, I am going to explain. C1, question and answer. Who is the speaker in this poem, dear children? Grandchildren are the speaker in this poem. Who does you refer it to in the poem? Grandparents. How do grandparents make their grandchildren feel they are special? So they are special. Look at the lines. So when we are with you, we always have fun. So you make us feel you are special ones, right? How is the company of grandchildren helpful to grandparents? They recall their childhood days, I already told you, by looking through the eyes of a children. According to the poet, what is the best thing grandparents can do for their grandchildren? So giving hugs in what grandparents do best, right? What is the secret that the grandchildren share with their grandparents? That is in the last line. So their hearts belongs to them, right? So next, page number 123. Discuss with your partner and answer the following question. How do you express your love for your grandparents? So I am going to ask you this question to you, yourself, dear children. So how do you express your love for your grandparents? So what our duty is, we have to respect our grandparents, right? Because so they love very much to us, and we have to listen their words and look there. So we have to follow their guidance. Understanding? We have to follow their guidance. We have to respect them. We have to honor them, and we have to love them, and help them by doing their service. So these activity we have to do. So and the most one thing is that we won't tease them, right? So we never tease them. We make them comfortable and happy. We have to respect them. So this activity we have to do. We have to follow all these things, dear children. We have to respect our grandparents. We have to honor them. So and we have to follow their guidance. Understanding? So won't tease your grandparents, dear children. It is very bad thing. So next, observe that the word to is line 5 rhymes with the word you in the line 6. Can you find the other rhyming words in the poem? So what's the meaning of rhyming words? Rhyming words means when you say those words, it is similar sound it will come. So like that we have to observe the similar words, that is rhyming words in your poem. So one is given to you already, that is to you. It is, see, if we really need a hug or two, we know that we can depend on you. To you. So similar sound it will come, similar. So that's giving hugs in what grandparents do best, and you do it better than all the rest. Best rest. True you. So this is a rhyming words. So, to you best rest true you. We can observe rhyming words in this poem. Understanding? So, dear children, C3. So, below another one poem given there. Look at read and enjoy. Love poem for grandparents. So, you have to read this poem. So, this also a known author. You have to go through this poem, read this poem. Difficult words you have to underline. You have to go through the dictionary, find the difficult words meaning, try to understand what the poem is. So, this also love poem for grandparents. I already explained you grandma and dear grandma and grandpa. So, this poem you have to go through this and understand what the lines are. Read and enjoy this poem. I hope you understood Dear Grandma and Grandpa poem. Go through the question and answer. If difficult words meaning you didn't find, means you have to underline those difficult words and you have to go through the dictionary, come to know what the meanings are. Okay. So, I am going to meet you on the next class taking a new topic. Until that, take care. Thank you.